Today, I'm here to talk to you about EFT, or tapping as it's sometimes known. So, what does EFT mean? What does it stand for? EFT, or Emotional Freedom Technique, or tapping, um, is a new form of therapy that helps you to release the stored and trapped emotional trauma in your body so that you can move forward feeling clearer and freer and release some of that baggage that feels like it's holding you back. What EFT does is tap on acupressure points in your body. So this is one, the karate chop point, top of the head, inner eyebrow, outer eye, under the eye. And all of these points signal to the body to stand down the fight or flight response. So as we tap, we talk or tune into a memory, a feeling, an emotion, something traumatic or something that keeps coming up for you, a trigger. And as we tune into it using the acupressure points and tapping points, we then repeat phrases as we go through the sequence. And what this does is signal to your brain and to your body that it's safe to let this trauma go. It's safe to really release this stored energy and this stored emotion in your body. And it rebalances your energy and leaves you feeling clearer, freer, lighter. It is like a tape recorder, and you put your tape in, and EFT is like that tape that has your triggers and your trauma, or a memory that where something happened and you find it difficult. Instead of watching that and all those feelings and emotions coming up, we go into it and we tap, and it erases the trauma response to that memory, to that feeling, to that emotion. It's effectively like wiping that tape clean. So that's what EFT tapping is all about. Matrix Re-imprinting is an advanced form of EFT tapping and subconscious reprogramming. So it's like a step on from EFT, a more advanced, deeper way to work to help you reprogram that subconscious mind. So if I take the tape recorder example, where we've wiped the tape clean using EFT, Matrix Re-imprinting is like re-recording on that tape with more empowering beliefs, thoughts, and feelings for you to take from that memory or situation. So we reprogram it at the root level and ensure that the beliefs that you're then taking forward are ones that better support you and shift you out of a trauma response into feeling empowered, feeling clear, feeling lighter, not holding yourself back so much. And the impact of working in the matrix, which is the quantum field where infinite possibilities exist, and working with your subconscious mind, the benefit of working here is that the ripple effect that happens as we implant and embed these new empowering belief systems in you, it has a knock-on effect on yourself, how you feel, not just about that memory, but at a deeper subconscious level, and then how you show up and continue to show up throughout your life. Because these beliefs that limit you and hold you back are not just affecting you necessarily in the area where you're triggered, but that response can be being triggered by the slightest or simplest little thing. So, say for example, you experienced something when you were younger, when you were before the age of 7, and it was something that happened to you. It could be a big traumatic thing, or it could be a small traumatic thing, something where you've misinterpreted something or misunderstood someone's reaction to you or response. Now, what belief or decision you made at that time then gets stored in your subconscious mind. And then every situation or trigger or circumstance or experience that is anywhere a little bit like that brings up that stored emotional response. It brings up that trauma response and sends your body into fight or flight. And this tends to get more and more intense as you get older. And so you can find yourself reacting in these kind of extreme ways to stuff that is actually not that triggering, but because of your stored experience and the fact that this has been compounded throughout your life, because every time a situation or experience has occurred, you've taken that story, you've taken it to mean and reinforce this belief that you have that limits you. You end up with these traumatic stress responses that send off the fight or flight response. And what we want to do is really dial that back, bring that down, release that stored stress in the body, and then look at the original belief or decision that was made when you were young and reprogram that and rewire it so that that belief doesn't continue to affect you and hold you back or limit you or create these huge responses which are impacting your life as you move forward. And it's a bit like being in a deep, dark forest. You know, our beliefs, we have loads of them and we've made loads of them and we've stored loads of them throughout our life. But if you have an axe in this forest, even if you don't know the direction to go in, once you start, you'll start to carve out a path. And what you'll actually see is that a lot of these trees are connected. So if you chop one down, if you chop one belief down or replace it and reprogram it, rewire it in the matrix, then actually it's probably linked to a number of different beliefs in your life. And it's like you can chop down one tree and take out a huge chunk of the forest by really getting to your core beliefs and rewiring them and reprogramming them. Because they're just stories we've told ourselves and we've attached meaning to them. And then we've looked for evidence to support those stories time and time and time and time again. And our body is reacting to those stories time and time and time again. And we get to rewire that and reprogram that in the matrix using EFT and Matrix Re-imprinting. So if you would like to learn more or you want to ask me any questions, you can drop me a DM on Instagram at Leslie Stonia. You can join the Empowered Women Facebook group and I'll be sharing more videos on EFT and tapping and how it can support you there. Or you can drop me an email at hello@lesliestonia.com. Okay, thanks guys.